everybody, and welcome back to another video. So I thought I'd give y'all a bit of an introduction to Photoshop, just so like in case if you're new, you can learn how to use it. Right now, this is a bit of a fixed Five Nights at Freddy's thing I'm not recording it, sadly, because I don't have the time to record it, but what I do have the time to record is a tutorial to Photoshop. So for those of you that don't know what Photoshop is, I'm not going to say it's the best editing software, but it's one of the best ones. You guys know Weirdo Speed uses it. And in case if you guys don't know how to navigate with it, that's why I'm here to help y'all out. Now, just let me tell you one thing. It is kind of complicated if you haven't been taught. So that's why I'm making this video. Because, in case if you just get Photoshop, I don't know what to do, I give up. That's why I made this video. So, let's use this beautiful image I found off the internet of Withered Freddy. Now, here are all the tools, which I won't be listing. These are the ones you'll mainly need for other things. So, here is the V tool. If you click V, you'll go to the Move tool. You can move your image around. And let's say, oh no, you moved it to the side. I don't know how I'm supposed to move it back to place. You click Control Z, and there you go. Now, if you hold Alt, and then you click V, you can make a copy of this said layer. So, by holding Alt and then using the V tool by dragging, you can make it all. You can make as many Alts as you want, and then you just get a Withered Freddy army. And if you want to delete a layer, you can just click backspace. Holding Control backspace will just give you this. Yeah. That's all I know about using the moving tool. Now right here we have the elliptical rectangular marquee tool. Basically, you use this let's say I want to select the face, Control C, Control V. Oh wow, okay, good. I have the face. There's other shapes you can use. I mainly suggest using the circle one and the rectangle one. Of course, there's line ones, but I don't know how to navigate them. So, yeah. This is the Lasso Tool. Let's say, I just want to bring out his head in particular. You can you basically use this, or I mainly use this to make cuts. I mainly sometimes use it to, I just put a bigger scar on Withered Freddy, And then before this one is the very leggy W tool. So if you click W, by the way, so for this, I didn't say what keys to use to get these. Of course, you can do this, but if you click M, you get the Q tool. For the Lasso tool, you get this. Yeah, and if you want to deselect something, you click Control D. That's how you deselect. Now, W will give you this object selection tool. So I want to, by the way, this is like a bit of a preview, so if you click on this, you can just highlight all over the Freddy. But that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is I want to select this nut, so you just do this, and then boom. Now, I don't really suggest using this every time, because it can crash Photoshop a lot. Yeah, I don't know if it's just my computer, but yeah. Also, if it's kind of wrong, you can just use the Lasso tool. Don't be lazy, keep using it to deselect stuff. It'll take longer, basically. Now, the crop tool. So if you click C, you get to adjust the image size. Like, I want to only see Withered Freddy's face, so I want it to only be like right here. Boom, there you go. And sadly though, if you click Enter, it'll delete everything outside of the crop space. But you can use this to enlarge and shrink your image. This right here, I do not know what the frame tool does. So this is the eyedropper tool, which if you click this, I don't really use the eyedropper tool because there's another way to use it. But basically, it allows you to get a certain brush color. Yeah, all those shenanigans. Anyways, next up we have the patch tool. Now, the patch tool I frequently use. This is how you can use the patch tool. So you select an area like this, and then if you drag it down here, you can see it covers the cup, but it also copies the shading. It doesn't work all the time. I don't suggest always using it, but it's good to use on small spaces. Like if I take all this and I put this here, it's gonna mess up the lighting. But Yeah, you pretty much get it all. Next up, we have the brush tool. The brush tool, you can brush over this. Oh, want to get rid of the eyes? No problemo. You just do that. Yeah. I did a really crappy job on that. I did it super lazily. And also, if you hold Alt with the B tool, you can do this. And yeah, you can just select. Also, if you want your brush color to be normal, like black and white, just click D, and then you're done, basically. Also, if you want to like enlarge something, this is how you could change your brushes. I don't think you guys can see it. There's a little menu you can do. If you right click on the brush tool, well, basically I'll just tell you which ones you can use. But yeah, if you hold Alt and you right click and you drag your mouse side to side, you can So if you go left, you can make your brush tool smaller. If you go like to the right, you can make it bigger. If you move it up, you can make it like blurry. So like you mainly use it for shading. Press like this. Yeah. And then if you want to make it just normal to like get out the eyes, yeah, just do that. Stone tool. Now this is the stone tool. Has the same thing with the brush tool. I normally keep mine at 0 so that it blends in more, so you can use it to blend more. Yeah, if you hold Alt, right click, you can change its size. Basically the same as a brush tool. And you can also change its brush with this. So yeah. Sometimes I'll use the hard round thing, but yeah. Stone tool you can mainly use for repairing cuts. However, I don't suggest just doing this. Like, don't ever do that. It looks kind of fake. So what I normally do for the stone tool is I just like select the part and then I brush with it. Select this part, I brush with it. Select this part. Oh, select this part, I brush with it, and then select this part, and then done. Yeah, I've done better, guys. Remember, I'm only rushing this because I don't want this video to be like 1 hour of me just trying to perfect something. This is the history brush. Oh, wait, what the heck? This is not the history brush. I have no idea what this is. I guess this is like a smudging tool? I don't understand. Oh my gosh! What is the radius? What is this thing? What demonic? What demonic? It even smudges the background. What is this? Oh my god! I will never use this tool. What is this? Art history brush. I don't see how that's art history. Here's the eraser tool. The same thing as the brush tool. However, oh no. Oh, I messed up. If you click Alt, you could just simply use the history eraser to get back what you do. So, oh no, how am I supposed to get this back? You could also just do this. Or like, oh, I don't want to do Control Z because I worked hard. Then you could just simply like use this to regain the part you needed. Blah, blah, blah. For the stone tool, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this. If you want to like select the part you want the stone tool, you hold Alt and then you just left click. So I would left click here. Boom. Then it will just like take any parts from here and copy it. Yeah. By the way, for those of you who are idiots and don't know how to copy paste, select what you want to copy paste. Control C, Control V. Yeah. Or if you want to cut it, like with a Freddy swapped with their body, Control X, Control V. It's also reversible with Control Z. Yeah. Alright, this is the G tool. I barely use this now. It's kind of weird. Basically, you just splatter paint all over everything. This is the blurring tool. This tool you can use to blur out objects. So let's see. Oh, I want this to be cool. Well, like maybe like kind of clear. Oh, let's just blur that out. Yeah, it's horrible. It's just like the brushing and the eraser thing. By the way, if you want to make the texture like harder, which I don't suggest doing, hold Alt and then do that, and then this is what you get. If you blur it out, it just becomes even more of a mess. This is the O tool. I normally use this for shading some things. Of course, if the image is too bright, you'll get nothing but this. Also, if you hold Alt with this tool, you can make things brighter, but yeah, for the what I always use, shadows, it's not always like that. You can change it. Midtones, it makes a more of a saturated color when you highlight it. However, it makes a more desaturated color when you darken stuff. Highlights is useless. Highlights I don't find any use for. Highlights is just like, this is all highlights. Highlights is like by far one of my least favorite. I don't like highlights. Highlights does not need to exist. This is the pen tool. I sometimes use this. So this is like, oh, I want to select just this ear. You guys can use this if you want. By the way, if you want to like kind of like make something rounded, yeah, you can figure that out. And then I believe you guys can see a sidebar here. If you click paths, I don't think you'll see it, but you'll see something that says work path. Hold control and click it. Hold control and click this little image you'll see. And then you'll get a simple highlighting thing, but it's kind of, I don't know if you guys will understand it. T. Yeah, that's how you type stuff. This, I do not know what to use for this. Okay, yeah, this is confusing to me. I don't know what this is. I'm just clicking random things at this point. Why is the properties tab open? I don't think you guys can see it. Right here, this is the moving tool, but if you just like this is how you move your screen. Instead of moving the image, this is how you like move your screen. What I do is I hold spacebar and I just drag everywhere. If you click Z, you can zoom in and out. Also, if you want to like switch your brush colors, you can just click X, and then you did that. Now here are some other things you guys might not know. So if you see the layers, of course you can click this to add a new layer. Click this to delete a layer. Yes, I want to delete it. And then there's a bunch of other stuff. If let's say, oh, I want to use Gaussian blur on something, which I'll get to soon. You click this to lock the layer, meaning that if you erase it, it won't really work. So basically, the layer is locked as one. Now, let me just select this part of Within Freddy. If I click filter Gaussian blur, there you go. It's not quite like Pixar, but it's good enough. You can also change like the range of the Gaussian blur. Anyways, that's all for this Photoshop tutorial. I hope this taught you guys something new. I showed you everything that I use in Photoshop. If you guys want to learn more, you can either find it out yourself or watch a video. I won't really care. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later in the next one. Bye.